Hello and welcome to the VipFX setup and usage video. In this video I'm gonna walk through how to install, set up, and use the VipFX software and run through all the parameters on different parts of the software and how to use it in your MetaTrader 4 platform. What you see here is the actual download. This is the download link that was sent to you. You can actually click that link. You can download this file. You can follow the instructions in the email or on the web page to download this file and save it somewhere that's easy to find. This is actually my desktop here. So here's the file. It's a zip file. And what we do with this file, we simply double click it, and it's going to open up a window that looks much like a normal folder or what have you on Windows. Inside of this is the installer. It's the exe file. So once you open this window up and you see this, you're going to double click on this file. Once you've double clicked on this file, it's going to open up the setup wizard. So it says, welcome to the VipFX Pips Plus setup wizard. It's a very simple and easy to follow application. Just click next at the bottom. What it's going to do now is ask you, where do you want to install the software? And you need to pick your MetaTrader 4, the MetaTrader 4 directory that you want to install this software to. By default, the last MetaTrader 4 directory that the last MetaTrader 4 rather that you've installed, the directory will already be here automatically. But if you wish to install it somewhere else, simply click the Browse button and select the MetaTrader 4 directory you wish to install this software to. Once you've done that, click the Next button at the bottom. It's going to tell you here's your destination location, and it's going to be ready to install. So just click the Install button. It's going to do some file moving and things like that, and then this window is going to come up. And this is a, let me drag it over so you can see it. This is a what I call a transverser. What it's going to do is it's going to find additional MetaTrader 4 installations, and it's going to copy the software over to those as well. So what this is doing is actually installing the software to all of your MetaTrader 4s on your computer right now. So you don't have to go through this process every time you want to put it on a new one. If you don't want this to happen, that's totally fine. Just click the cancel button, and it'll ask you, are you sure you would like to cancel? Just click yes. And but if you do want it on all your MetaTrader 4s, just simply wait until this is finished. It might take a little while depending on the size of your hard drive and your computer. But once this is done, it'll install it to all of them, and this box will go away. Okay, now that it's finished, it's going to say completing the setup wizard, and it's going to have a finish button. Simply click the finish button, and you can close this out. You don't need it anymore. Okay, now if you've got your MetaTrader running, you go ahead and close it, and then reopen it. Or if you don't have it running, go ahead and open up your MetaTrader. It'll look something like this. Here's my MetaTrader. I have all the windows closed and everything. Over here on the left, in the navigator window, you'll see custom indicators. If you don't see the navigator window, click View, Navigator. Right on the left, you'll see custom indicators. If we expand that, you'll see the VipFX Pips Plus signals indicator. We're going to start with that one. So I'm going to open up any chart, any time frame, doesn't matter. And to apply it, we simply double click it, or you can left click, hold, and then drag it over to the chart and let it go. What you see whenever it comes up should say something like this. Click the Inputs tab, and we've got a couple of inputs. One of them is called back bars, and this means how many bars are going to be used in the calculation. You'll see here in a second that the indicator is a set of bands that surround price and tell you when to buy and to sell whenever price is overstretched in one direction or the other. So changing this number changes how many bars are used in the calculation. So it becomes either more finely tuned and closer to price, or it becomes a longer term if you make this number bigger. For right now though, we're going to go ahead and leave that number at 10. Show alerts set to true by default. Basically whenever an arrow comes up or an alert comes up whenever the indicator is attached, then it's going to pop up an alert and let you know to look at your chart. And show history arrows set to true by default will show all the arrows that have occurred in history, on the chart basically in the past. This isn't a requirement. It basically is just for viewing purposes. It's set to true by default, but you can set it to false. And how you change these is you simply double click on the value, and a drop down will come up. You click the arrow and you change it to false. Same thing with the number. You double click on the number and you can actually change the number here. So click OK when you're done, and you will get these bands and these arrows depending on if you've turned the arrows on or not. Now these bands will tell you when to buy and sell. Basically, the way that these particular bands work is whenever you close above or below the bands, whenever your price closes above or below the bands, then you'll get an arrow letting you know that price is starting to take off in that direction. You'll see as I scroll back in history here, you got a number of different arrows. Something like this, it actually catches some pretty good movements and some pretty good trends. And now to change the values once the indicator is already attached, you can right click on the chart, go to indicators list, locate the VipFX signals indicator, click edit, and you can change the values here again. So if we were to change this number to something a little bigger and click OK and close, you'll see that the bands change. They become a little more longer term, if you will. Zoom out and I can scroll back and you can see that the bands have changed on the whole chart. Now this package also comes with something that'll help you automatically trade these signals. If you find a really good setting or find something that you like and you want to automatically trade these signals, then we've included an expert advisor as well. And what this is a trading robot that will look at this indicator and automatically trade for you. Let me show you what that looks like. Alright, so what we're going to do is come over to Expert Advisors on the left in the Navigator window. Expand it. You'll see the VipFX Pips Plus Executor. And this is the software that will make the trades for you. So once again, simply double click and it will come up with the executor inputs. Or once again, you can just simply click, hold, and drag over to your chart and let it go. Alright, so I'm going to run down the settings in here real quick. We have our stop loss and take profit settings. These are hard numbers. They're defaulted to 50 pips. Feel free to change these if you like. A magic number is just something that is used to make sure that this expert advisor only pays attention to his own orders. It won't go off and edit your other orders or any other, interfere with any other expert advisors you may be running. Lot size is the size of the lots for each of the trades that are placed. It's default to 1 mini. And here are some of the trade settings. We have a trail stop, and what a trail stop is basically you've got as your price moves into profit, once you've got an order as it moves into profit, this will automatically move your stop loss with it, so you can lock in some profit. So you could set this to true. If you set this to true, that'll happen automatically. Trail stop initialization is what that stands for, and basically that means don't start the trail stop until we're so many pips into profit. It's set to 0 by default, meaning it'll start the trail stop immediately. But if you set it to 10, 15, so on, then it'll wait until you're that many pips into profit before starting your trail stop. And trail stop pips is how many pips behind price you're going to trail your stop. So this is 30 pips. So the 30 pip trailing stop means if you go 30 pips into profit, then your stop loss will be at your entry price. If you go 60 pips into profit, your stop loss will be 30 pips behind that, so 30 pips into profit. It's a really good way to lock in profit as price moves. This is an alternative. It's a break even. It only moves your stop loss once, and only whenever you get to a certain number of pips into profit. So say we set this to true. If we went 30 pips into profit, our break even would kick in, and it would move our stop to our entry price. So that trade becomes a free trade. You can no longer lose money on that trade. And the midline stop is a moving stop loss is based on the indicator. So this yellow line, it's right in the middle. Say we were to get into this buy right here, well, we would hang on to this buy until price closed below this yellow line way up here. So you can see it's a very good setting whenever you're trying to catch longer moves. So it's set to by setting it to true, you actually have an indicator-based way of exiting your trades. And down here you have the VipFX Pips Plus settings. Here's the back bar settings. So if you find a good setting, you like the 25 back bars or the 30 back bars, then you can set that here and it'll automatically trade those. And then max line output is there. It's a visual setting. Whenever you're running this expert advisor, on the left hand side underneath where it says your pair and your price, or your pair and your time frame, there will be what I call a heads up display. It will show all of the statuses of your orders. It will show whether the order was placed okay or whether the order had an error. Any message that you need to see will show up on the left hand side over here. And this just shows the maximum lines that can show in your log. So if you set it to 30, there can be up to 30 different lines on this before it starts erasing the ones on the bottom when new ones come up on the top. So after you've got your settings the way you want, simply click OK. You'll see that there's an X up here in the corner. The reason why that is I don't have expert advisors turned on yet. So you'll see this button here is expert advisors got a little stop. If I click that, then it changes to a happy face, which means that we are now currently trading. So once I've set this up, I can just be confident in the fact that the software will actually place the trades for me instead of just alerting me and having me place the trades on my own. Well, that's how to set up and use the VipFX Pips Plus software, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.